Talmud, Mesechus Rosh Hashana 3a. And the Canaanite, the king of Arad, heard. What was the report that he heard? He heard that Aaron had died, and that the clouds of glory had departed, and he judged that it was now permitted to attack Israel. And this is intimated in the verse. And all the congregation saw, Vayiru, that Aaron was dead, commenting on which Rabbi Abahu said, do not read Vayiru, but Vayera'u, and they were seen. The next word being translated in accordance with the dictum of Resh Lakish. For Resh Lakish said, Ki has 4 significations. If, perhaps, but, for. In objection to this, it may be asked, are the two things alike? The verse there speaks of Canaan, where here it speaks of Sichon. It has been taught Sichon, Arad, and Canaan are all one. He was called Sichon as resembling a Siyah of the wilderness. He was called Canaan after his kingdom. And as for his real name, this was Arad. According to other authorities, he was called Arad as resembling an Arad, a wild donkey of the wilderness, and Canaan after his kingdom, while as for his real name, this was Sichon. But can I not suppose that New Year is in ER? Do not imagine such a thing, for it is written, and it came to pass in the first month, in the second year, on the first day of the month, that the tabernacle was reared up. And it is written elsewhere, and it came to pass in the second year, in the second month, that the cloud was taken up front over the tabernacle of the testimony, seeing that the text, when referring to Nisan, places it in the second year, and when referring to ER, places it also in the second year, we may conclude that ER is not New Year. Can I suppose then that New Year is in Sivan? Do not imagine such a thing, for it is written, in the third month, after the children of Israel were gone forth out of the land of Egypt, and if Sivan is New Year, it should say in the third month, in the second year, after the children of Israel. But why not say that New Year is in Tammuz, in Av, in Adar? Rather, said Rabbi Elazar, we learn that Nisan is New Year from here. And he began to build in the second month, in the fourth year of his reign. What is here meant by in the second? Does not the superfluous word mean the second by which his reign is reckoned? Via strongly demurred to this. Why not, he said, suppose it to mean the second day of the month. In that case, it would have said distinctly on the second day of the month. But may I not suppose it means on the second day of the week? This cannot be for 2 reasons. One is that we never find the second day of the week mentioned in the scripture. And the other is that the second, the Sheni, is put on the same footing as the first indicating that just as the first refers to a month, so the second, Sheni, refers to a month. It has been taught in accordance with Rabbi Yochanan. How do we know from the scripture that the years of kings' reigns are always reckoned as commencing from Nisan? Because it says, "And it came to pass in the 480th year after the children of Israel were come out of the land of Egypt," etc. And it is further written, "And Aaron, the priest, went up to Mount Hor at the commandment of the Lord." Hor, commandment of the Lord. And it is further written, "And it came to pass in the 40th year, in the 11th month." And it is further written, "After he had smitten Sihon." And it is further written, "And all the congregation saw that Aaron was dead," etc. And it is further written, "And it came to pass in the first month, in the second year," etc. And it is further written, "And it came to pass in the second year, in the second month." And it is further written, "In the third month, after the children of Israel were gone forth out of the land of Egypt." And it is further written, "And he began to build," etc. Rav Chisda said, the rule that New Year for kings is in Nisan was only meant to apply to the kings of Israel, but to the years of non-Israelitish kings, Israelitish kings are reckoned from Tishrei, as it says, the words of Nehemiah the son of Hachaliah. Now it came to pass in the month of Kislev, in the 20th year, and it is written further, "And it came to pass in the month of Nisan, in the 20th year of Artaxerxes." Now since, when speaking of Kislev, he places it in the 20th year, and when speaking of Nisan, he places it also in the 20th, we may conclude that New Year is not in Nisan. This, however, is not conclusive. In the latter text, it is true. It is expressly stated that it was the 20th year of Artaxerxes. In the former, how do we know the reign of Artaxerxes is referred to?